So my mate, he came up to me the other day and he said that the English, they like Bose and the Scottish like Denon and the Irish folk prefer Harman Kardon, and I don't really believe him. I think they're all just stereotypes.
Oh, God's sake. What?
I went to a fancy dress party the other day as premature ejaculation. I just came in my jeans. No? Okay. There's two others, but I can't say them, and I'm not going to. I don't care what anyone says.
Chicken.
No, I'm not doing it. A beehive without an exit is unbelievable.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, you
No,
see, you asked. There's one other one, but I'm definitely not doing it.
I'd rather you tell the ones that are going to get you cancelled. I mean,
No,
you know.
No, I won't. No. I was going to, but now I've decided, for the betterment of my life in general, I will not. So,
what has happened to you?
What have I become?
What have you become?
I'm weak.
You in your safe world. What?
What? Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to the Black Dog 232. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
I'm Elton.
And that was a great way of showing Pavlov's dog in action. I literally derailed Darren's pestering me with that joke by just going straight into the format, and everyone responded.
If that works now, that wouldn't work in an hour's time. We're all nodding off.
No, that's absolutely
right. Hey, what? Do I need to say something?
Yeah. Fuck.
5 million walking sticks. Did you ask me about the budget?
I'm not really here. I don't know who I am anymore. I'm 14,000 years old. Anyway, so yes, hello everyone, and welcome to the episode. This week, as ever, we'll see how everyone's week's been, except Elton, who still has had absolutely nothing happen to you.
No,
at all.
Nothing. Boring.
You've been in
Nothing.
stasis for 7 whole days.
Yep.
And then we will have some feedback for last week's episode. And then we will move on to this week's episode, which is your pick, Jim, which was...
The Man from Earth.
The Man from Earth, as opposed to the Man from Del Monte or the Lady from Tesco's.
Or the Man from Uncle.
Or the Man from Uncle. Or any of those ones. None of those.
Boys from Brazil.
Boys from the
block.
Boys from the black stuff.
Jenny from the block.
Hey, she don't care about the cash that you got, because she's still Jenny from the block.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the rocks that she got, or
she's
something.
She's still Jenny from the block.
Yes, but definitely not the Man from Earth.
Yeah.
Or Angry from Tunbridge Wells. So anyway, before we get to that, let's go around the table and find out what everyone's been doing this week, apart from Elton, who's still in hypersleep. So, Jim, doesn't even say Elton. Jim, how's your week?
I told you, I have nothing.
I'm going back to bed.
I said good day, sir. I said good day. Can we bring that back as like, you know, just shove it in the conversation? I think it's sorely missed. I really do.
Yes.
It's a very polite way to telling people to fuck off. It really is. It's great. I love it.
We should bring it back. It's our campaign for this year.
I said good. I said good day, sir.
So, Jim, how's your week?
We've been fairly quiet, really. I have solved 2 very important mysteries.
Yeah. Go on.
One was, to a question Teresa had, one of many about Alien Earth.
Yep.
Why, when they go to the hypersleep, do they just sleep in their underwear? Of all the things people have talked about Alien, that's never come up until now. However, I have the answer.
Mm.
If you notice, everyone is wearing company issue stuff.
Yes.
No one has their own clothes.
No.
The nearest to own clothes you get is Parker and his bandana and
Yep.
Harry Dean Stanton's baseball cap.
Yep.
And even then, I think that's ship's issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something about that.
Yeah.
It's
The answer
Nostromo
is
cap.
Weyland-Yutani is too cheap to spring for pajamas.
Yes, that's good. That's good. I like that. I noticed that they've also gone back to sort of like grey underwear from Aliens as opposed to the big fat nappies from the original Alien. They went
Yes.
grey underwear in Aliens.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe there's a whole episode we could just do on
Science fiction underwear.
science fiction underwear.
Paging Barbarella.
Okay. Right. Elton, reopen the Junkie Lab.
Okie
Fire it up.
dokie.
Fire it up. Warm up the capacitors. Right. Yeah. We could definitely do that. Science fiction underwear. Or lack of. Yes. I just thought you were going to say they're wearing pajamas in those glass domes so that like pervy androids don't get their rocks off, because they always seem to be staring through hypersleep chambers. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, really,
Yeah.
we all know they'd be in a dark room going, charging,
Yeah.
50% done.
1%. Good evening, Miss Ripley. I'm your friendly science robot, and I won't kill you with a rolled up newspaper.
Are you using that jazz bag, Mr. Gromit? I have seen the corny weed of it's a joke.
Yeah. Anyway,
Now, there's a crossover for you.
there's a crossover. Wallace and Gromit's a sexual deviant alien. Yeah.
Jim,
If
have
Nick
you,
Park did an alien crossover with Wallace and Gromit, it would be the best thing since the original Alien.
Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
have you heard the episodes, Jim, that we've done?
Not yet.
Okay. Enjoy when that happens, then.
Yeah. I'm saying nothing. I know that Jim wants to stay innocent and pure and not affected by our craziness at all.
Fair enough.
But Jim, just know that every episode I look at it and I go,
I fucking knew it!
all the time, every time. And you are missing out on a absolutely blinding disco 70s remix of the Jerry Goldsmith theme. So
By the
you know,
Jeff Love Orchestra.
it is pretty much.
Oh, really? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Disco
yeah.
Galactic.
Yeah, it isn't far off. Hold on. I might have it here. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Get ready. Get your disco dancing balls on. Feel the fear. I'll leave you to. I'll send you the rest of it later.
That's my ass to a starship trooper.
Reaming facehuggers are in the wrong place.
I shovel shit with a pooper scooper.
anyway, Jim. Sorry. So all fairly quiet, but you've worked out alien underwear.
Yep, that's it, really.
Fucking, this is great. This week's going to fly by. We're going to have this whole episode done before 10:15.
One can only hope.
Hey, so skipping over Elton, who's still in hypersleep in his grey pants.
Yep.
Darren,
Yes.
your week, sir.
My week.
Enlighten us.
Well, to start with, let's just say that Black Dog is now 16 years old.
Oh God.
16 years old. We've been doing
Actually-
this shit on and off for 16 years.
Actually, 16 years today, the 9th of
Yes.
September. As
There
we
you go.
record. There you go.
Or yesterday, if you're listening to if this is the next, if you're on the 10th.
Yeah, I was going to
The day
say.
before yesterday, if you're on the 11th, and the day before yesterday, if you're on the 12th, and then a few days ago, if you're on the 13th.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to keep it,
just
relevant.
Keep us relevant. That's it. Yeah. Go for about a week. Yeah, so that's then we'll be fine.
Indeed. So of course that means I've had a birthday.
Hold on.
I've been sitting here all day thinking.
Yeah, carry on.
What is it with this newfangled music you're playing here, Lee? What is this? Jesus Christ Almighty! Whew. Man, that was exciting.
Lee has got a soundboard and he's going to use it. Yeah, go on, carry on.
Clive Dunn is there.
He is.
He's there.
Oh, shut up, Clive.
Been sitting here all day thinking. Sorry, I mean.
Smell the mushroom sauce is thick and cloying. The kids won't come near me as I sit in a puddle of wee.
I have to stay away from schools. No, anyway.
Got a restraining order. 60 yards from any populated area. Yeah, go on. Sorry, carry on.
Granddad, you're on a register. That's why the police arrested you. So, yes, I did not have a birthday.
Congratulations.
This week. Thank you. 56 now. 56.
Yeah, one more year and we will turn up.
Yep, guys. There you go. Ever flying towards the age of the big 60.
Yes.
So, I wonder which sort of like calamity is going to befall the earth this time, because last time I turned a big number, we had the pandemic that came pretty soon after. So I don't know. What do we want to put bets on? Meteor strike? I don't know.
Personally, I welcome the insect overlords.
Same here.
Looking forward to them arriving.
They can't be doing a worse job than surely not than what we've got already. So
no, that's right. I'm looking forward to working in their sugar mines forever.
Yep. Indeed. Yep. No, I hope to be running one by the the first year of their sort of like placement here on the planet.
Yes,
indeed. Or the salt mines, one of the two. I don't know. So thoroughly enjoyed it. It was just I had a few days off from work because I never work on my birthday, so I try and take that off and also days around it. And so I've really not been doing very much at all. We went out for dinner to our local Smith and Weston restaurant, and
did they get shot of you?
Yeah, well, it's like a cowboy themed place. So the whole place is done out with all the usual stuff. The seats around the bar are all sort of like saddles, and everybody's dressed as a cowboy, all the serving staff, and it really kind of takes you out of it though when they start speaking with a sort of a Surrey accent. It kind of detracts from the whole illusion.
Hey, gringo, would you like a cup of tea and to sit down?
Would you like a cup of tea? Yes. Would you like a menu, sir?
Yes.
Would you like a bottomless drink? We have some. Yes. Yeehaw, partners.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, what's these two rooting, tooting varmints come in here for a burger? Come sit down at this here establishment and we will knock you up a couple of whiskey sours.
Are you looking at my horse? Because my horse, he don't like you. No, he doesn't.
I don't like you either. You better watch yourself. I'm a wanted man. I've got the death sentence in 12-star systems. Sorry, I've gone the wrong way.
Yes, you have. So that was good. I don't feel any different. Well, actually, I feel a little bit older, more creakier. Yep. You know how it is as you get older.
Like too little butter spread over thinly over toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, had no film to go and watch on my birthday this year because there was
No?
just nothing that gauged my interest.
Mm.
I think it was like Roses was about the most tempting thing on the menu there, but all the good stuff starts this week. Things like The Walk or The Long Walk, and Spinal Tap 2 and stuff like that. So that's all this week, unfortunately. But I'm not sure which one I'm going to be seeing first. It's probably going to be Spinal Tap, hopefully.
Yeah,
because it does look good.
I'm really hoping it's good.
Yeah. I've been watching some of the interviews they've been doing, which have been funny, like the one for Jimmy Kimmel, which goes on for about half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I
think they're taking over Radio 2 rock show in the next day or so. Yeah,
fantastic.
So there you go.
Indeed.
So yeah, cool. So pretty laid back kind of week then, yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice to have nothing to do.
Okay.
I did say, right, I'm doing nothing on this day. I'm not doing any housework. I'm not doing anything at all. I'm just going to sit here in my pants and I'm just going to shoot things in the face all day. That's what I'm going to do. And maybe I'll watch a program or two.
And did you?
Yes, I did.
What did you done watch?
What did I done watch? Well, let's see now. Strange New Worlds, which is coming to a close now. I think we've got one more episode of that and that's done.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What else? Peacemaker season 2, which I'm really enjoying, and I've heard somebody pointed out something to me about this because the new season is all about him trying to find a new life away from, because Peacemaker's life has gone a bit down the drain since the last season.
Right.
He's not very happy with it. And anybody who's watched the series will know about the secret room that his dad's got in his house, and it all revolves around going through that into trying to find a better life. And somebody's pointed out something about this world that he's appeared in that seems to be almost exactly like his, but there's something not quite right about it. And they said, have you noticed that in every single scene all there are white people? And it's yes, actually.
Yes.
So it's like, is this just a casting error, or is this meaningful? I don't know.
Really? Well, considering his dad was a massive evil bigot,
yes,
I think that's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
It doesn't. Well, this is the thing. He doesn't seem to. The other dad doesn't seem to be that. But we'll see. I mean, I could be wrong. This could be about to go pear-shaped. Apparently, reviewers have only seen up to episode 6, and they wouldn't let them see past that.
Yeah.
Afterwards, so I think episode 7 is going to be it's going to be an interesting episode.
Yeah.
But but all round though, just absolutely excellent. I'm so used to the new tune now. I love the new theme tune. So I'm going to have to get hold of a copy of that now and have that as my ringtone, because my ringtone is this one from the first season. Do you want to taste it?
Yeah.
Which isn't good when it goes off in the office and you've got like a bunch of VIPs there. So that needs to be changed. Although there's a bit of swearing in the new song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just in the chorus, which is screamed out quite loudly, actually.
Naughty words.
Naughty words.
Good
Can't have naughty
Lord.
words. Yes.
Good Lord, naughty words. We don't do naughty words. So fucking wrong.
What else? Well, the bog standard, of course. Resident Alien. I'm drip feeding myself that now because I've only got 3 episodes left, and it's like if I've watched them too quickly, then that is it. It's gone. It's done.
Yeah.
So taking my time with that. And what's the other one? There's another show I'm watching at the minute.
Yeah.
A tiny show, small show.
Go on.
On one of these independent TV channels. That's all right. Alien Earth. Yeah, that one.
Oh God.
Yeah. So you
That
probably, I
thing.
don't know if you haven't, you may not have heard of it. You know, I don't know. Maybe you did in passing from someone
Rings
else.
a
But,
bell.
yeah, didn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bell's end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. Every Thursday when we talk about it is a joy and a light in my
Isn't
life.
it just? Isn't it? Oh, there's so much. It's cathartic. Although I think considering the way I went off last episode, I think somebody popped some tartrazine into me Horlicks or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened there, guys. I'm sorry about that.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Every one of us has that moment.
Murder everything.
I think Elton's turn is next week. I think this week. This week or next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you reckon I'm at breaking point?
Not yet. You've been the most laconic of the three of us, I think. So, between me sort of shouting "I fucking knew it" at the screen all the time, and Darren literally going off on one like some kind of roid rage fucking madman last week, I suspect. Yeah, it's your turn. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon.
I think 3/4 of that episode was me just moaning about stuff rather aggressively. So
I wouldn't have called it moaning as much as an entire stream of consciousness from your darkest id. This is the way it just kind of went off on one.
There you go.
And while Elton and I just sat back and went, okay.
Yep.
Grabs popcorn.
It's a good thing. It keeps you surprised, doesn't it? Keeps you on your toes. Like, so what ridiculous premise are we going to have to see played out before our eyes this week?
Yep. Well, just bear in mind that one of the reasons Jim's not on the cast is he doesn't want to have it spoiled. He wants to enjoy it as it is, as it comes. So ixnay on the alien A.
Yep. Not saying a word.
I'm kind of getting over that part now. The optimism has worn off.
Right.
Episode 5. Here's a pointless flashback episode that adds absolutely nothing.
You did listen to the review then. All right, okay. I think that was my opening salvo. Did we need this episode? Did we? What was this for? What was the point of this?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing it again. Sorry, guys.
We got 2.5 hours out of that, though.
We did.
I'm having Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah, it was literally. And another thing, as either me or Elton tries to draw a breath, it's like, and another thing.
Well, nature abhors a vacuum, and so do I. Silence is not my friend, so got to fill it.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you think of that episode, Elton? I've been waiting for last week to find out. No. Anyway, right. So that's about it. Yeah.
That's about it, mate. Yes.
Brilliant.
Okie
dokie.
Yeah. Not much.
No.
Not much happened.
Not much happened. Okay. Well, then, in which case, this week, because we have your birthday, that means automatically we have my wedding anniversary.
Indeed.
Yes, 27 years.
27
Poor old
years.
Carol.
Wow.
She could have been out for murder by now on good behaviour. 27 years, and we were going out for 5 years before, so we're into like 32 odd years now, the pair of us. She's not here anymore. She's gone upstairs. just rethinking her life. Just decided that maybe she could be better somewhere else.
Does she watch Sliding Doors?
Just logged on.
Does Carol watch Sliding Doors quite a lot?
Yeah. Singing Aqua. If I could turn back time. So no.
Carol's What If?
Yeah. Darkest timeline. But anyway, so there was that. We went to that steak place that I went to for my birthday, which was very nice. And because we were child free, the drink doth flow. I went for a couple of those chili tequilas that I posted up last time. So that was beat, and now I was prepared. So my internal gastric organs were all bottled down before we got to that.
Bog roll in the fridge.
Oh, yep, all prepped,
right.
all prepped and ready.
Excellent.
But then, right, because we got there just a little early, and the restaurant's one of those places that you have to book, and it's if it's not entirely full, your food comes like bang bang bang. It's really quick. So we were there thinking we'd be there for like a good couple of hours, but it turned out like after about an hour and a half, it was we've done everything. So I turned around and said, rather than go home, because like we're adults now. we have child-free adults now. Why don't we go looking for a rooftop bar? So we went looking for a rooftop bar, and we found one that, I'm not joking, it's one of those places where I must have walked past this in Covent Garden about 7,000 times in my time in London. Mm-hmm. Never knew it existed at all. And literally, it's like this tiny little door in the side of another entrance to a Chinese restaurant in Covent Garden. And you walk past it and you'd think it was part of the Chinese restaurant, but it isn't. It's like this little secret, like little alcove thing. You go up the stairs, then you go up another set of stairs, and you're on the roof. And you got these, and they've got this funky little room. And no joking, this bar is probably smaller than most of our living rooms. And it's like only the people who really know it's there go there, sort of thing. And it was really cool. And we went in there. All the music was really cool. There was about half a dozen people. You go in, and they do like cocktails, but they do cocktails which are named in a way that you would recognize them, but have like a twist or a spin on an old cocktail thing. And yeah, it was bloody cool. I felt like properly like, hey, I'm cool, and I'm in London doing cool things.
Hey, I'm in media, man.
Yeah, man. I'm back to my media days. Fucking yeah. And and it was that kind of thing, and we just had a bloody good time. So by about 9:30, 9:45, we were absolutely rat-arsed. Happy anniversary! Yeah, so we started off all cool, and then by the end of it, we were skint and rat-arsed. So there you go. Well done. Congratulations. That's 30-odd years. That's what it's come to. Hooray!
This was a rooftop pub. Did anyone do the obvious thing? Like
Go on.
Chuck up over the side?
No. Oh, no, Jim.
What was the point of going? Come on.
Oh, no, we failed. We failed miserably. we failed. No, it's one of those ones where everything's cool. Everyone's cool.
Everyone's cool.
Yeah, exactly. And even the most rowdy person is cool because they're having some kind of conversation about French language, and it's just like, oh my god,
Jesus.
it's as pretentious can be, but you feel really cool because you just found out no one else knows where it is. But it still does bloody good.
What's this called? The clitoris? Did you say?
Yeah, it is. It is. Nobody. It's the G spot. Nobody can find it, and everyone thinks it's somewhere. But you feel quite good if you've got somewhere close. You feel like you've achieved something. And then you come away drunk, disappointed, and slightly hungover about the whole experience. Anyway, so that was that. On the slightly more media-y type stuff, went to see a play called The Interview, which stars a lady called Patton Hughes, who I have literally no idea, and also Robert Sean Leonard, who some people might remember is Wilson in House, and is also in things like the Dead Poets Society and stuff like that. And it's a two-hand...
Oh, I know him. Pretty sure I do, anyway, yeah.
And it's like a two-handed sort of bottle episode, pretty much like the film we're about to watch. That it's just one location, and it's this kind of morality interplay between these two characters, which may or may not affect how I see the film we're about to review. And essentially, he's a washed up like journalist. He used to be a war correspondent. He's uncovered some really good dirt on this American president, and it's all about to blow up. But he's caused so much aggro trying to uncover this sort of super dark secret about this president, that the papers, rather than be sued, have basically shunted him off to the entertainment section, and he's like been tasked with going to a completely different part of the US, well, in this case, New York, and essentially being as far away from Washington as they can get him, and interviewing some kind of Instagram influencer who has like 14 million views every day, and she's trying to become an actress, and she's got all these kind of health kicks and, you know, self-improvement things. And it's like, so he's utterly dismissive of her, and she despises him because he shows her no respect, even though she's like top of the tree and she could increase his paper's circulation by 300,000 just with a single tweet, sort of thing. And it's just this back and forth between the two of them as he tries to do this really naff puff piece interview with her, and she's just trying to make him see her as actually doing something, you know, worthy of note. And as the evening goes on, as the play goes on, he starts digging as if he's like a political journalist again, and he starts finding out little secrets about her and all these little things about her. But is he really finding things out about her, or is she manipulating him to really get at him? And it's this kind of thing that kind of draws out over the next hour and a bit. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was proper adults talking in proper language, being convinced and back and forth with arguments and discussion, and trying to get one over on each other. And in the background, you've got the set has got all these things, like whenever she tweets, everything pops up on the screens on like the walls behind her. And as he starts to look on her laptop when she goes off to the loo or something, and he starts fumbling through her laptop trying to find dirt and secrets on her. And you see all this stuff he's looking at, and it's really good. It's a really good play. It was really well done. It's at the Riverside Studios in Hammersmith for another month, and it's really quite cool. And even cooler is that when the play ends, you go out into the sort of like the bar area, and they just come out and just wander around whoever's standing in the bar, and you can have a talk to them, just kick about and stuff, and they're just talking and just walking past and going, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Oh, hello."
Very cool.
So it's very cool. Yeah,
I've just seen you on play.
Yeah, I've just seen you on stage 10 feet away from me doing play. How was that? How's that work? It's really worth a look at. It's called The Interview. You can find it on interviewplayonstage.com. And check it out. It's worth a look. And finally, in the cinema equidistant, we have Nobody 2. Do you know that one?
Oh, okay, yeah, yep.
Okay. You know, with Bob Odenkirk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. The one where he was beating up all the Russians on that bus.
Playing Dadbo.
Dad fight. Well, this one is slightly leaning more into the comedy. Essentially, no, it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's good.
Okay.
Essentially, after the events of Nobody 1, or Nobody, as it was called. Yeah, exactly. I was just, I could hear the hackles coming from the hypersleep pod over there. So, after the events of the first film, he's now been rehired by the agency he used to work with. So he's spending all time away. It's a bit like the opening montage to it's a bit like the montage in Incredibles when Mr. Incredible goes back to work and you sit and it's kind of like he dances out the door and it's like da 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 da, and then the next thing you see is like people running away and getting shot in the back of the head, or he's hitting someone in the face with an axe or something like that. And then he comes back home and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, dear, I'm working a little late," as he fucking pummels a guy with a handbrake. And eventually he's getting tired and he decides, and he realizes he's missing his family and things like that. So he decides he's going to go on holiday. He wants a break. But in typical action movie fashion, a break is not what he's going to get.
Of course not.
Because he goes on holiday to this really crappy water park. I mean, it's the naffest thing you've ever seen in your entire life, but it's the one place where he was happy when he was a kid. So he takes his family there, and the local kids bully his kids, and his son, who's kind of learning a bit too much from him now, decides that he's going to fight these kids. Old Bob Odenkirk steps in to stop the fight, because he's like, "No, this is not the way." And everyone's like, "Right, no, this is not the way." And he breaks it all up and he walks out the door, and then all of a sudden the security guard's going like, "Get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of this arcade." And the kid and his youngest daughter bends over to pick up this soft toy that the bullies have basically ripped apart. And as she does that, she goes, "I want to still take my soft toy." And as she does that, the security guard gives her a clip around the back of the head.
What?
Dear.
And the camera goes straight in on Bob Odenkirk's eyes.
I bet.
And it goes zip. And he says, "No, come on, kids, out we go." And you think, yeah, like, fuck, that's going to go. And he goes out the door, and he just goes, oh, honey, I think I left my phone indoors. You just go on ahead. 2 seconds later, everyone in that fucking arcade is in pieces. It's like absolutely, he beats someone to death with a belt. He uses someone's face to basically win the pinball machine. It's all kicking off.
Yeah.
At that point, he then uncovers the fact that he's been arrested by the local police and played by Colin Hanks. And it turns out that the policeman is under the influence of a local crime lord, who in turn is under the influence of another local crime lord, played by Sharon Stone. And they all want rid of this guy. They all want rid of Bob Odenkirk, who just wants to be on holiday. He doesn't want to do anything. He just wants to be on holiday. But they all keep fucking with him. And it just gets worse and worse. And yeah, I won't spoil it for you because there's a few shocks, but the action is superb. The humor is brilliantly done. There's one bit where he's beating a guy up on a boat and he's just going, "I just want to go on holiday," like this. And the next thing you see the guy being sort of trundled out of this duck boat. It's just a boat with a duck on the roof, and he's just trundling this bloke out, and his face is like literally about 3 foot wide, with all this blood pouring out of it, and he goes, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And it's just, it's every bit of it is just, yes, this is Dad Jerry action. Like, to the point, you're just sitting there going, "Go on, fucking hit him." And it is, yeah, it's not as original as Nobody, but for the general, just turn your brain off, switch off, watch this thing, watch all the bad guys face their moment of reckoning, while this guy literally just wants to sit in a water park and watch the world go by. But no, you had to fuck with him. And that's it. It's like every piss poor holiday you've ever been on, you're sitting there watching this guy going, "Oh yeah, go on Bob, go on Bob, go on fucking Bob, fuck him." It's brilliant. It's really good. I love it. It's by no means it's a perfect film, but yeah, because it gets a bit too silly towards the end. But I genuinely thought it was great fun.
Cool.
And I can't wait to see a third one. Normally I wouldn't say that sort of thing, but yeah, Dad Wick. I'm down for that. I'm down for a bit of Dad Wick. Yeah. So you can find it in the cinema still in a few limited screenings, or you can find it on Amazon Prime to pay to rent. Or it's available through Cinema Equidistant.
I really must get a ticket for Cinema Equidistant.
Yes, I have no idea where you could possibly find that.
I should. Hopefully, one will just magically appear.
Who can say? Who could say? But you never know. But yes. So it's definitely worth checking out. If you like the first one and you want a little bit more humour, then just get on over there and watch it, because you will have a good time. Right. So, I guess we got a little bit of feedback. So let's roll that jingle.
It's feedback time.
Actually, that reminds me. Has anyone seen the Hugh Jackman Neil Diamond Tribute Act movie trailer today?
No.
It's called Song Sung Blue, and it's Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson as a Neil Diamond tribute act.
Can I get an albatross? Can I get an albatross?
You can get an albatross. I shall pause it here. Please hold the line, caller. Go.
Right.
There will now be a short intermission.
Albatross! 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 Course you don't get bloody wafers with it!
There we go. We're back. Go on. What you
What did I just watch? Did someone hit my head?
You watched Magic. That's what you watched. You watched My Life Story. That's me right there. Yes.
Wow.
The Darren Diamond story.
The Darren Diamond story. Exactly. Yeah, the trailer only went live this morning, so Song Sung Blue, starring Hugh Jackman as a tribute act.
I'm there for that. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I thought you might be. Yeah,
So covering that 30th of January when it's streaming, are we?
When's it out, on the 29th?
Yep.
Yeah, probably. Oh, right. Well, anyway, apart from that small interval, we did have some feedback on the Black Dog Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast. And the first bit was David Renane letting everyone know about the bootstrap paradox, which was the explanation as I gave it from the Peter Capaldi Doctor Who before the flood.
Yep.
And then he posted, I can confirm sightings of Professor Poopsnaggle's steam zeppelin, because Rob Valentine basically posted about that in our Asking for Trouble.
Jim, I'm really waiting for you to go euphemism.
Poopsnaggle.
I'm still recovering from Hugh Jackman in his underpants.
Yeah, I could tell you something about poopsnaggling right now, but I really don't think anybody wants to be hearing that.
You'd have to verify all your ages.
Every single one of you. God almighty.
And if there's more than 3 Norman Reeduses, you lot are in trouble.
Yeah. But anyway, so Dave Renane goes, I can confirm sightings of Professor Poopsnaggle's steam zeppelin and whodunit. The first felt like it was made by an international outfit filming in Australia that did the Lost Islands with the similar catchy theme tune. And the second, I'm surprised you didn't remember, as it was a crime game show run by John Pertwee. Who done it? I really don't remember that.
No, no.
But anyway, thank you very much for that. I am going to look it up. I did see the thing about catchy theme tune, and I was thinking of grabbing it, and then I suddenly thought, no, I haven't heard it. I don't know what it is. We could put this on. It just could be an absolute disaster.
I've never been more confused by a post than I am right at this moment.
What? Last week, when we were doing Asking for Questions, Asking for Trouble, Rob Taylor asked us if there were, before the age of the internet, if there was any shows that you thought only you knew.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm still in the bootstrap paradox thing.
Oh, sorry.
I thought that was
no.
talking about that. Because John Pertwee was mentioned, and I was like, oh, hang on, I know him. He's a Doctor Who's.
It's hypersleep sickness, my friend. You've been in the pod for too long. No, and so he cited as an example that he had seen this thing called Professor Poop Snaggle's Steam Zeppelin, and all of us were like, "What the f is that?"
Yeah.
And Dave Renane is here to tell us that it is here, and it had a catchy theme tune.
Right. Okay. Cool. I'm all caught up now. Thank you.
I don't think I want to put Professor Poop Snaggle into a search engine. I really don't.
Especially not after your search engine's got history of you watching Hugh Jackman in a 70s haircut and his pants dancing around the room. I think you're already on the list.
This could be a different kind of Scatman Carruthers. It really could be.
Well, that might well turn up in the review coming up just very soon. Not to spoil too.
Yep.
Anyway. So next bit of feedback was from Andy Palastides, who said, Darren, I did the Moonwalker's Lightroom, as you mentioned in your week last year, and it's fantastic. Highly recommended.
Right.
Lee,
okay.
I think you should try it, and you would enjoy that one too. Well worth a visit. While actually talking about the film we reviewed, Jeffrey Mark Iman said there's a certain thematic similarity between Beyond the Infinite 2 Minutes and the classic Richard Matheson penned Twilight episode, Nick of Time. Well, the Twilight episode is certainly less complicated. I don't remember that one, Nick of Time. Damn. I'm going to have to look that up now.
I can't remember which one that is now.
Nick of Time, Twilight Zone. Man looks up thing on internet. Twilight Zone. For Wiki. Nick of Time is episode 43 of the American anthology series Twilight Zone. Hold on. Here's the opening narration. The hand belongs to Mr. Don S. Carter, male, member of a honeymoon team en route to Ohio countryside to New York City. In one moment, they will be subjected to the gift most humans will never receive in a lifetime. For 1 penny, they will be able to look into the future. The time is now. The place is a little diner in Ridgeville, Ohio. And what this young couple doesn't realize yet is that this town happens to lie on the outskirts of the Twilight Zone. That bit isn't captioned, by the way. I just put that in because, that's me. I'm riffing, man. But, the idea that they sit there and they can put the nickel into the machine and it shows them 1 second or something into the future. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll have to check that out. I have to get the Twilight Zone episodes on DVD. I really do. But anyway, yes. Well, thank you very much for that. Thanks very much for that, Jeffrey Mark Hyman. Sorry. And if anybody has any other feedback, there's a lot of feedback for Alien Earth, which we will episode 5, which we will cover in that episode. We don't bring it up in the main cast, so just so you know. But if anybody else has any other feedback, do leave it under the episode. Also, if you've got any questions you just want to ask us, random ones, we've got the Asking for Trouble Electric Boogaloo pinned to the features. Features now got 3 things in it, seeing as it's got Asking for Trouble, Alien Earth, and each main episode. So just scroll along if you can't see it. Yes, so that's that. Right, I think we will leave it there. We've done feedback. We have no questions in Asking for Trouble, and we've done our weeks. This is unprecedented. It's just gone 10 o'clock. My God. Right.
What's going wrong?
What's going wrong? We even paused for a bloody watch a trailer about Hugh Jackman singing Song Blue. So anyway, we'll roll the jingle, and when we come back, we'll talk about Man from Earth, colorer from grading, or editor not found. We'll come back to that. Anyways, roll the jingle. Right, so The Man from Earth is a 2007 American science fiction drama film directed by Richard Schenkman and was written by Jerome Bixby, who conceived the screenplay in the early 1960s. For some of those who in the audience who are Trekkies, Jerome Bixby was a science fiction writer of some note who wrote episodes of The Twilight Zone called It's a Good Life. Also inspired segments of the Twilight Zone movie. He also wrote 4 episodes of the original Star Trek, Mirror Mirror, Day of the Dove, Requiem for Methuselah, and By Any Other Name. He was also co-wrote the science fiction movie Fantastic Voyage, as well as The Man from Earth. The Man from Earth stars David Lee Smith, John Billingsley, Tony Todd, and basically tells the story of a character called John Oldman, who is a departing university professor who puts forth the notion that he is more than 14,000 years old. And the entire film is set in and around Oldman's house during his farewell party, and it consists almost entirely of dialogue. The plot apparently this is according to Wiki, all this is Wiki. The plot apparently advances through intellectual arguments between Oldman and his fellow faculty members. The movie had a budget of $200,000. Where was that spent? Had a running time of 89 minutes and was almost entirely distributed through Comic-Con. The Comic-Con Film Festival, and was put on legally onto BitTorrent. So the fans were encouraged to pay in a sort of pay as you go kind of pay what you think it's worth thing to be able to download it to DVD, but you could just basically put it on BitTorrent. So. So there's no how much did it make, because it didn't make anything, I'm afraid. But if you want to go for it, let's go. Let's get to the format
anyway.
Oh, did you have something planned?
Something. Let him go first.
Okay, well, if Darren had something planned, Darren, how much do you reckon it made at the box office? This film that was never released at the box office. Go on.
I reckon it would have made 5 loaves and 2 fishes.
Aha! Ha ha ha!
Ah!
Very good.
I did research on Tinternet for that. Thank you very much.
Nice. And Jim, what do you think it made?
One very unconvincing Van Gogh.
Yeah. And Elton?
1 bottle of Johnny Walker's and a very questionable relationship.
Oh. This is Project U Tree. We're coming to your school. Anyway, and
can you spell the phrase? That's a sacking offence.
I think a line has been crossed.
You appear to be taking the moral high ground while appearing to also diddle your students. I think you don't have the high ground, sir. Anyway, I was going to say...
loses his teaching license for 10 grand, Matthew.
Is this one of those PSAs by Captain America? So you're a teacher and you diddled your student.
Sorry, Elton, did we just ask you how much it made at the box office?
Yeah, I just did it.
Just did it, yeah. Sorry, I got so derailed by that. Like, so you diddled your students there, Father. Anyway,
she was just resting in my bed. I've explained this before.
She just tripped up and fell right on. No, anyway.
Right. Okay, let's go round the table then. What did everyone think of A Man from Earth? And I'll start with you, Elton.
Right.
This is the non-spoiler section, by the way.
Non-spoilery area. Jim, you are working some magic on me today. I don't know what it is. Because somehow you have made an audiobook seem like a visual film entertainment movie type thing. Because this is just an audiobook. That's all it is. There's no need for any pictures whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
This is a podcast, yeah.
But
in other terms, it's a meeting that could have been an email. Yep.
But I weirdly quite enjoyed this.
Right.
And watched it twice. Because I enjoyed it so much.
Okay.
I don't know. Am I broke? I think I'm broken.
No,
not necessarily. No, not
necessarily. I don't normally do this nowadays, but apparently the movie has a rating of 8 out of 10 on IMDb, on IGN, sorry, and has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 100%.
Whoa.
Yeah, really?
I
don't normally. Yes, funny enough, that's exactly what I said when I read that. But we'll get to that in a minute. So, Darren, what did you think of A Man from Earth?
Well, I've got to say, I think that IMDb score or whatever it was is as questionable as that relationship we did done see in the film. But yeah, right, okay. I'll be honest.
Not spoiler zone.
No, I'll be honest. For up until 45 minutes before the end, I just kind of let this one kind of wash over me. It was like, all right, it's not Birdemic, okay? It's not Birdemic. It's definitely not anywhere near as bad as that, but it's kind of like this was a straight to YouTube, wasn't it? That's what I thought, because I didn't know any of the history of this film. It's like this is this is real sort of what's that card, the Clinton Cards channel or whatever the fuck it is.
Hallmark channel.
Hallmark channel, yes. This is Hallmark's channel, science fiction, this one, isn't it?
That famous Clinton Cards channel.
The Clinton Cards channel. George Clinton channel. Before I go with that shake.
The Hillary Clinton channel.
The Hillary Clinton channel. Yeah, up until then it was just kind of like, there's a lot of mumbling going on. My concentration's waning a bit, and it got to about 45 minutes before the end, and a certain revelation is revealed, quite a big revelation, and that one made me sit up and listen, right? Because I thought, hold on a minute, did he just say what I think he said? And I am surprised. I'm surprised that this hasn't had certain sections of America trying to hunt down and do something bad. Because, I can't really go into it until we go into the spoiler section. But when it comes to things that go around this kind of subject, it's it can leave people feeling a bit touchy.
People have been chased out of town, haven't they?
Yeah, pretty much like the geezer with the grey hair and the soul patch. Yeah, So that caught my attention.
Okay. Cool. Like I say, Jim, you're going to go last because you did pick it. So I guess it's me.
Yep, it was my fault.
It was your fault. I fucking hated this film. I genuinely despised it on an almost fundamental atomic level. To me, it's everything that makes me cringe when it comes to play for today science fiction stuff. And what I mean by that is they haven't got the time or the writing capability to write an argument. So they just have someone say something and everyone goes, well, I totally believe you. Why? No, without getting into spoilers, but we have already mentioned the 14,000-year-old thing. My dad, when my kids were very young, used to say that he was so old, he was a Roman centurion. Right? And my kids, who at the time the eldest was 6, didn't believe him. And he said it until it became more of a gag, and he said it until the day he died. Because he thought it was funny that the kids he was trying to convince the kids that he was a Roman centurion. And do you know what? When he died, Katie was 16, Lisa was 14, and they still didn't fucking believe him. But everything this guy says in this film in 45 fucking minutes, a bunch of academics all sit around and go, well, I suppose it is entirely possible. Fuck off. Just fuck off. If you've got no proof, no nothing, fuck off. You're wasting my time noodling away in your own little head trying to make up intelligent arguments which you can't even do. This film was just an excuse to go blah and have the revelation at the end and think you were all very clever and you can just fuck off because you wasted my time. Not you, Jim. The film. I hated this. And by the way, no spoiler, but if you're going to make a film in a cabin, try and get the lighting right so that all your characters don't, between shots, look like they've either had a scat eating contest or been eating katsu curry because all the colour's gone wrong in your footage. Just putting it out there. But anyway, over to you, Jim.
Well, this is a first-time watch for me. It's a film I'd heard about for years, and a few people recommended it down the years. And all right, finally get around to watching it. And I was with it up to a certain point. And and then when it lost me big.
I wonder which point that was.
But yeah, it's a good idea. It's a great concept, but less than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Without getting into spoilers, which I have much to say about. But yeah, it was just kind of like, really, really,
yeah.
Because this, I think there is a really good idea here, and it's just fumbled in the worst kind of like, oh no, don't do that, no, that's not a twist.
Hey.
That isn't a twist.
No,
and that's not a sensible question from an academic either.
No,
and that's not a Van Gogh. He's trying to bullshit me.
No, it is not a Van Gogh. Not even close. It's more like finger painting from the local shall we say local children with painting issues. That's all I'll say.
I gave you the finger painting. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Van Gogh gave me this, did he? Did he really? Did he not like you then? Or was he particularly blind that day?
I met Van Gogh and all I got was this lousy thing.
Lousy painting, yeah, exactly. Anyway, right. Well, there you go. You've heard our quite interesting range of opinions on this. If you don't want to know what's happened in this thing, though I'm sure you can pretty much figure it out in about 30 seconds. Yeah, do go off and watch it before we go into the spoiler zone. So we're going to run the spoiler zone. Still haven't got a jingle, but we will have soon. And when we come back, we'll start discussing it. So here we go.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated.
Shut up, Wesley.
Ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes.
Shut up,
The
Wesley.
option to override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 5 minutes.
Shut up, Wesley.
Yep, here we go. We're in the spoiler zone. Welcome. This could either be a very long or a very short podcast from here on in. Either brace yourself, place your bets, but know full well that this is a spoiler zone. Right. Okay. So let's start with you, Elton, because you seem to be the most positive on it. What was it that you kind of dug in this? I'm not doing this just to set you up so I can go, you fucking idiot. I'm just I'm trying to get a grip on it, because this film, obviously, online has got a major big thumbs up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like on...
See, Rotten Tomatoes, I don't understand. So you said 100%.
Which
I
means
don't know if
every,
that's good or bad.
Every qualified reviewer give it a thumbs up, which gives it an aggregate of 100%. IMDb rating has it from 213,000 reviews. It's got 7.8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Is that how many anagrams you can get out of the name Neil Bream?
If only he was involved. Yeah, no. So yeah, I just want to get, because there's also a thing on Letterboxd that anyone who posts up something so much as even a negative review on this thing, and I'm fully expecting my one to get an absolute clobbering, people just seem to crawl out the woodwork and leave comments on it,
right?
And give them a kick in. I am actually going to go and look on my one now, but yeah. So what is it you dug about this film?
It's very
No,
I like the. I don't think we've done many of these movies. We've done maybe one or two, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. But just people in a room talking. And once you know you're just around that room and not really going very far, then do you know what? I'm settling down. I'm kind of sat next to that fireplace listening to the stories, and I'm enjoying the weaving of these stories that are coming out of this guy, John. And it makes me think, is he telling the truth? Is he lying? Is he stretching it? There is one big point where I go, I don't know. I don't know. Obviously that had to happen, didn't it? But I'll let someone else say that.
No,
but,
go on.
I just found it. I thought the interaction between all the people was a bit over the top, but friendly for me. Just to, you know what, sit down. I'm going to flip and enjoy this. And I'll be honest, I was thinking of just recording the audio so I could listen to it in the car. Honest to God, I was thinking of doing that. Yeah, because it was just, it had a wholesome feel to it. Just it wasn't swear words all the time or anything like that. I love a good F-bomb every now and again. I love a good C-bomb, and I've run out of
this podcast.
Yeah, but it was nice. It was wholesome. It was family friendly. It gave people food for thought, and it was good to see the people from different aspects of the science and religious world all thinking about their situation and mulling it over and watching that transition.
Okay.
And so I don't know why, I just liked it.
Yeah.
And there's not a court in the land that can stop me.
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
Well, I'm glad somebody did.
Yeah.
I should be giving it 10 out of 10 on IMDb and going over to Rotten Tomatoes and squishing a tomato.
Yes. And if we end up on Rotten Tomatoes and this is our first verified review and it's you fucking bigging this up, I tell you. Yeah, okay, Jim. So what about you? Because you didn't seem quite so taken with it, but you weren't where I am. Let's put it that way.
It's one of those films. It's kind of, there's a definite arc to this film, and it does end with me going, I don't know her about this.
Yeah.
Sorry, bad biblical pun, but I was sort of with it. You know what I mean? I was, okay, right. This is very kind of like a drawing room sort of play. You know, I thought, I think. I'm pretty sure this probably started out as a play at some stage. It has that sort of feel to it. Now, I'm good with that. I don't mind that. That's fine. It was nice to see Tony Todd, who, God rest his soul, who passed away last year.
Yeah.
Not being Candyman.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I thought, this is a really interesting premise because it's kind of, you're there in that room and go, well, someone I knew suddenly dropped that on me. How would I react? And the idea of having a man who's basically, lived thousands of years, and you've seen sort of history from a not a bird's eye point of view, but kind of the point of view of a man on the street, a guy who's lived through everything. It's really fascinating, and there's a lot you could do with that. But the problem, this film has several problems. One, if you're writing college professors, you need to be as smart as a college professor.
Yes.
And it's not. Unfortunately, there's tons of questions I could have thought to ask, and I'm not a college professor to try and catch him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because basically, in history, there's things people think they all know. Like Columbus sailed to America to prove the earth wasn't flat. That's bollocks. That isn't what happened. And there's all sorts of things that anyone, not even a history professor, anyone at that sort of level of academia, they would know the difference between sort of pop history and real history, and know all the sort of catch questions to ask to get the inside dope. You know what I mean? Try and see if he's on the level or not. The other problem is the history he comes out with, unfortunately, seems to largely drawn from stupid emails that used to go around in the 90s and the early 2000s of 10 wacky historical facts. Again, there's some howlers in there. It really sort of dates the movie. It really dated the movie like a time capsule for me. Because I remember there's this whole thing about there's a popular sort of, well, I say popular, but this sort of fringe sort of crackpot idea that was very in vogue for a few years in the early 2000s. That Jesus, in this missing time in his life in the Bible, he went to the East and studied under the Buddha, and people drawing spurious parallels between Buddhism and Christianity. Now, there is common ground, but it doesn't really fucking stack up in any meaningful way to build a theory on. And likewise, when he comes out, the church told us the Germans were bad, dirt was good. No, they didn't. There's numerous papal edicts that say, for Christ's sake, wash your hands. And peasants being sewn into their clothes. No, that's one of these bullshit facts. No, it comes from the fact that, let me just explode this one now. Sorry, history rant, but peasants, we didn't have buttons and zippers, but they did have like thongs, and so they they're literally like drawstrings. That's how they opened and closed jerkins and trousers. And to do that, you sort of threaded a bit of leather or cord, like sewing. And this idea they were sewn into their clothes for the winter is a misunderstanding of that.
Yeah,
that bit of tailorism.
Yeah, it's
So
interesting
there's
when you
all
have...
things like this in it. It's kind of like really kind of like, oh god, this is a good idea, but Christ, could you put up the history book and you could have built something good here? But when you come with something, you got off an email that did the rounds, you know what I mean? And going, they say it was raiding cats and dogs because cats and dogs used to sleep on the roof in medieval times. No, they didn't.
I was going to say,
Jesus. And that's before you get the thing. He met Buddha and he was Jesus, and that for me that's kind of like, oh no, fuck off, no. It's a science fiction equivalent, and I woke up and it was all a dream twist. Yeah. Yes, you're Jesus, or you're a Shakespeare, or you're a fucking Napoleon. It's always the fucking same, isn't it, with you people?
Yeah. You couldn't just be Joe Blogg. No. You couldn't just be Joe Bloggs. You have to be like fucking Cro-Magnon Forrest Gump. I mean, just seriously.
Yeah. It'd be far more interesting if he'd just been around and been an eyewitness.
Like Brian.
Yeah. But it's that thing, it's when you see people doing this hypnotic regression, which is quite interesting to talk about the past lives. But it always comes to a point, and I was Cleopatra, and I'm out. I'm out quicker than fucking Duncan Bannatyne on Dragon's Den. Fuck you. No.
Right. Okay. Cool. And it also doesn't hurt that your wife studied history quite extensively.
Well, so I have a degree in history and English literature, so I know this sort of thing winds me right up.
Right. Cool. Right then, and over to you then, Dal. Go for it.
Yes.
Go on. Pull the Band-Aid off.
I'm going to pull the Band-Aid off. Cheap. It's more cheap than a small chick cheaping away there, right? Okay, that's this thing. That was distracting to begin with, right? It was, I don't know. There's a level of cheapness that distracts me in certain things.
Yeah.
And this could be an adaptation of one of my favorite stories, whatever. If it looks cheap, I don't know. It's like somebody humming constantly. It's that. Oh, where is that noise coming from? Why is it? Why do I feel like this? And it's because it's cheap.
It's coming from inside the house. Yep.
With the performances being cheap as well.
Yes.
Just really cheap.
Yes.
And there we go. Where the people who believe the protagonist are just as annoying as the ones that don't. There's no middle ground. There's no grey area here. They either believe him or they don't believe him. This is crazy, says the man with the fucking soul patch. Fuck off, you cunt. Or should I say the student diddler with the soul patch? Jesus Christ, could he be any more like looking like a fucking paedophile? Jesus Christ almighty. Right? I mean, come on. The hair, it's about, mate, come on, you should know better now. You need to get that fucking haircut. And take your fucking motorcycle jacket off. Get a fucking Ford or a fucking saloon or something, right? Drive around in that.
Yeah.
Because you're not fooling anyone. All right, you might be fooling her, or I don't know. Maybe she's just with him to get better exam results. I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure.
I was going to say, and don't bring your underage side piece to the fucking party full of academics in the same fucking school as you.
And it's like when that bloke, don't I know you? Yes, I'm in your class for psychology. Oh yes, of course. It's like so you've realised that she goes to your school. You're actually her teacher, and him and her. This doesn't bother you at all. No,
nobody.
Right. No. Nobody. Obviously, this is 1,000 years before Ofcom was a thing. So there you are. Jesus H. Jesus. Anyway, moving on from that.
Right.
So it's like I say, distractingly cheap. Right.
Yes.
So this is what I meant about at the beginning. I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm just letting this thing wash over me because I'm catching bits of this conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like he folds like a bit of paper, doesn't he? our main guy, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a slow build up to the fact that he's 14,000 years old.
No.
No.
Oh, you fooled. Okay, you've twisted
Yeah.
me arm. Really?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. No, but you don't want to know. Yes, we do want to know. Yes, we do. We do.
Oh, we have twisted me arm.
Yeah. Oh, couldn't you have just made something up? Couldn't you have just made something up?
Yep.
Like
Something, anything.
Yeah. I mean, couldn't you have just stuck to the? I get itchy. I get itchy feet. I've got to go. That's it. I just need to move now.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Anyway. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm listening to this and it's just kind of washing over me. I'm not really concentrating on it.
Yeah.
And then of course the subject. We are in the spoiler zone now, aren't we?
Yes, we are in the
Definitely
spoiler zone.
Right. Okay.
Do you want me to just rip the Band-Aid off and just say the spoiler in case nobody picked it up from Jim earlier?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I will go through this. I will barge through it now.
Okay, go on then.
So it's the revelation that he is Jesus,
Yes.
right? Or that he's been Jesus.
Not the man three people down in the row. He's the actual man.
He's the actual man, right?
Yep.
The man.
Man, the myth, the legend.
Man, the myth, legend.
Yeah.
Now,
Not the man that was selling the bread that day.
No.
no.
Not the man that was making the wine that day that just so happened to walk into the room.
Yeah. I ain't got time for no stoning. He's not well again. Oh. Yeah, none of that. Nope.
Yeah, it's not like, trying to add
there
a little bit more
women here?
realism to it.
Uh-oh. Awooga.
Brian alert.
Carry on, Dal.
No.
She did. Him. Oh, sorry, I thought we'd started. Right,
He's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy.
Go to the back. Oh, dear. There's always one, isn't there?
There's only one way to stop this.
My foot.
Yeah.
Can you fly, Bobby?
Okay. Yeah. We're literally the chance of RoboCop quote is reaching zero. The Life of Brian quotes, yeah. It's like, yeah. Speak up! Come on, let's go to a stoning.
Oh, that's it. We're done, aren't we?
Yeah, that's it.
We're done.
You can't. You got to argue. What, Tim? You got to haggle. What, Tim? For that, you must
You
be
think
mad.
you're fast? What are we doing? Are we doing Life of Brian or RoboCop?
Well, let's be honest.
Or Brian? Or
Let's be honest.
There's a
RoboCop.
crossover.
RoboCop is the Jesus story. Let's be honest. I mean,
It is.
He gets nailed to the floor, and then he's resurrected.
Lawrence Buttercup.
It's Jones.
Tigers are playing tonight, and I'd never miss a game.
Oh,
Pretty fast, huh? You think you're faster than the bullet?
I like it. Oh God, we're off
I'll
again.
buy that for $1.
It's back, boing. Big is back. The 5,000 SUX.
It worked. I had contracts lined up.
I'm cashing you out, Bob. Anyway,
bitches leave.
I'm very disappointed.
I'll take so much of this powder and ram it up your ass. You won't know when the snot will blow.
A glitch.
I'm sure it's just a glitch.
Oh,
Don't
reset
just-
all the counters.
Delta City is due to be. No. Stop.
A nod to the version that we both saw, Lee. You're going to be one bad mother crusher.
Nice. Oh God, what an airhead! Go on,
So-
carry on.
Anyway, just dropping the whole sort of cheapness and this is a low budget fucking Hallmark production. As you pointed out, there's like an interesting idea in this,
Yeah.
but it's just poorly executed.
Right.
But the thing that I will give it props for
He's
is
keeping
for
Star Trek actors employed.
apart from that, yeah. And he even mentions it at the end. I'm off to watch Star Trek.
Fucking all
Fucking
of them.
hell, Tony.
Yeah, go carry on.
Christ almighty.
Who was in
Anyway.
Star Trek then?
All of them.
Tony, yeah.
Every
Well,
single one of them.
Tony Todd played about 7 or 8 roles.
Okay.
Yep.
Wasn't he Alex? Wasn't he the future Alex?
No, I don't know.
Or was he Wolf's brother? I think he was Kern.
Yeah, he's
wasn't
definitely
he?
Wolf. Yeah, he's Wolf's brother. The one of the guys, the biologist was in Enterprise as the Doctor, Dr. Phlox.
Dr. Phlox. Yeah.
The guy with the soul patch, he's been in an episode of Enterprise. The guy who's Jesus, he's been in an episode of Enterprise, and I think he was also. Sorry,
they're all in the bill. They're all in the bill.
They're all in the bill. Yeah, I was in Cockle Shell Heroes. No, and yeah, and yeah, basically, if you just basically say that they were all in Star Trek in one form or another, even if they were, the only one who wasn't was the old lady, and she was in Days of Their Lives, which means that they all met up at some TV convention.
Yep.
When the guy turned up and said, "Do you want to make a movie? It'll cost me about 20 quid. I'll pay you the rest. Come and sit in my cabin, and we'll film it for a day. What do you reckon?" And they all went, "Yeah, we haven't got
because we like to eat.
Yeah, we haven't got we haven't got any more Hall H sittings for at least another 4 hours. We can all spare the time."
Right.
And yeah, and then he got a piss poor Super 8 camera and a digital camera with terrible grain and compression, and sat in a room.
So anyway, barring all of that thing, the thing that made me sit up and listen was when he actually mentioned he was Jesus. And it's like, hold on a minute, this is an American film, and they're about to fuck with they're about to mess with the whole Jesus Christ thing. Is that what's going to happen here?
And as
How
we all know,
are they going to make it?
As we all know, nobody messes with the Jesus.
Yeah, nobody does though. That's the thing, right? Because that kind of stuff gets complaints, right? So I'll give it this. I'll give it the bravery enough to do something like that, because maybe he just thought, "Oh, fuck it. What have we got to lose?"
Yep.
What we got to lose?
Yep.
So, it gets points from me for being, because I there's not much that I've seen that really kind of questions the whole Jesus thing. You know, like him going, "Oh yeah, the whole thing about I didn't walk on water. I didn't do this. I didn't do that." You know.
Okay.
And when I fed the 50,000, I actually had like a cash and carry card, so I got a discount. Major.
I went to Macros.
Yeah. I had a van behind the rock. I had a van. I had a caravan that made me look like a big boulder, and I sat near that and I had my stuff in there. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, that was it.
So that I will give it props for.
Right.
For tackling a subject, just having a bit of fun with that, and not being afraid to do so. Because, like I say,
that's because
normally
no fucker would see it.
Yeah,
but yeah, go on.
But obviously, lots of people have seen it.
Well,
yes. It gets such I don't know why, but I'm confused as to why it gets such a high rating. What is there? Is there a particular reason?
There must be a movement. Surely that there's some
was
sort
an
of
internet
movement.
campaign.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think these are all the people that did that backed it? They all put a tenner in.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's always convention movements and things like that, which I've got some thoughts on that, but
I've never actually heard this film up to this point.
It's like that thing that went around years and years ago of "Don't panic, buy carrots on this day."
Yeah,
and people just trying to get some sort of movement going on, and obviously this is got a handle on a couple of people, and it's gone through. Whenever you see this, just upvote it on everything.
Yep.
Just do your best. We don't care if you like it or not, and because you're trolling people, and people won't like that, and so just grief them. Screw it. Who cares? Let's mess with the system, man. What with the man from Earth? Yeah. That'll learn them. What?
If I'm honest, the reason it's done that, the reason I reckon it's done as well as it did, is because firstly, there's a Star Trek link, and as we have known before, thanks to thanks to that motion picture wiki, if you stick Star Trek on something or Star Trek in something, there is a certain, shall we say, level of strata of fan who will die on that hill regardless.
Yeah.
And then if you suddenly make it into, it was written by a Star Trek person, and then on top of that it has all these stars of things in it, and then it's like you throw faith in there. Let's not forget that this is a faith-based movie at its heart. Then you're onto a winner. You got. Well, if I may not, I don't mean to make light of it, Elton, and I'm not taking the piss out of you, but there is a certain vibe to this movie of it's what a stupid person thinks a smart movie is.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm not having a go at you because there are things in it that I know you like and you dig, and that's fine. That's why I asked you up front. But there is stuff in here where I just absolutely have a problem.
Yeah.
But we will get to that. So I think that it's a combination of faith, fandom, and convention-style movement of people who wanted to get on with the white label of it. You know what I mean? It's sort of like we're the only people who knew about it. Because some of the feedback that people get when they put a bad review of this on Letterboxd is, "Oh, so you didn't understand it then?" is usually the reply.
Yeah.
And to me, that kind of, shall we say, religious and fandom level shutdowns, the arguments that you see all around the internet. But anyway, Darren, over to you, mate. Carry on.
Well, let me just reveal this to you as well about this film. There is a sequel,
and I will not be watching it.
Mm-hmm. It's sat on Amazon Prime for the portly sum of about $1.99, I think it is.
Which will be $1.99 more than I'm willing to pay.
That's right. So,
anyway.
No, just to show you the level of brains that are involved in writing this film, right? So you know how, like, he's a teacher in this one, right? And he's going to go off and he's going to get a new identity and he's going to go and be, he's going to carry on his existence.
Yeah.
So people don't know, who he is. They've never, his past is secret. Yeah. In this film, right, in the sequel, he's actually started getting old, right? That's what they say is part of it. Otherwise known as, we took a bit too long to do the sequel, so now he looks a bit older than he did when he did the last one.
Yeah.
Would you like to know what job he's got in this one?
No.
Because he's a school teacher in this one, right? So remember that, right? What do you think he's right? So he's
Child
gone
Protection
off.
Services?
No. Right.
President of the United States.
Is he Neil Diamond?
He is, yes. No, he's actually playing the part of Hugh Jackson's underpants. That's what he's playing the part of. No. So he's a school teacher in this one, right? Okay, and he goes off to do his to get away, and to disguise himself, he gets a job as a school teacher.
Right.
There you go.
Well, that
shows you the level of thinking into this.
Yeah.
Goes into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mr. Soulpatch comes looking for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. But anyway, back to this one. That was possibly about the only interesting thing about it was that for me.
Yeah.
The whole Jesus thing and, putting that in there. However cheaply made this is, I thought, all right, like I say, I'll give you props for that. It just, I don't know. I mean, it just kind of, it's kind of like going for a wee, isn't it? Right? Okay. It kind of just dribbles down at the end and just kind of like, maybe it drips on your shoe or something like that.
Well,
I think
can we address the end with, hang on, you're my dad? How the fuck did you not recognise him?
Oh,
I'm your dad. Hello, son. Yeah, hello, dad, you twat. Oh, fucking 50 years of fucking trauma I've had because of you, you fucking knobend.
Hang on. What was it? I must have missed that bit.
Okay. Do you want to step in,
I had
Jim?
to check the wiki to make sure because I wasn't sure.
No.
But
Yeah, that was it. That was how that ended.
Mm.
Yep. He was the old psychiatrist's
long lost father.
Long lost father. We thought you'd abandoned us. Well, he fucking did.
I thought he was just a work colleague. That's the way it came across to me.
He is. But at the end, sorry, Dal, I'm going to jump in here. Right at the end, the psychiatrist comes out, hears him talking to the lady.
Yeah.
The only other person who's not been in a Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Or a Star Trek show, and says to her, "Oh yeah, She goes, "Is it just John? You've always gone by John." He's gone, "Oh yeah, I used to be John this and Jeff that and James this and I went by for a while. I went by JT Paleolithic or something like that."
Mm-hmm.
And he came out with some name
from Boston,
from Boston. And as he said it, he said, "I was a teacher and I taught these people." And the psychiatrist is behind and he goes, "You were John Paleolithic," and then realizes that that was his mum's lover, and so therefore it was his dad.
Oh, really?
And then he has a heart attack and dies. Because Jesus is good like that. He comes in, fucks with everyone's lives, and then fucks off again after killing them. Because that works.
I thought it was just a work colleague, and he'd be like,
It was, but then that's the dun 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 twist at the end.
Right.
I've gone by many names: John Paleontologist, John
Jeff
Oldman,
Rassick Park.
I was a doctor.
John Nettles, John Noakes,
John Fingerbum.
Yep, John Fingerbum.
I've gone by Jimmy. Oh, cut.
I was a gynecologist.
Mm-hmm.
John Beef.
Yeah, it was the only time I changed my name to P Flaps. Anyway,
John.
Big Bad John.
Yeah, Big Bad John. Yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't
John
in the
Wayne was
Beatles
Big
at
Leggy.
some point.
Yeah, I was known as.
Thanks, Professor Hazy and Fantasia, for uncovering that fact.
Johnny Reggie, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny
Rotten.
Foreigner.
Johnny Be Good.
Johnny Be Good. Anyway, yeah,
there was a robot in a film called Johnny Five.
Yeah, that's it. All those things.
I'm still alive.
Yeah. Hello.
Input.
Oh, don't just
inappropriate movie. There you go. That's what we need.
Yeah, that's no. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. It's my turn. I knew I was on a loser with this one. The instant the guy said, They said, oh, why are you leaving? And then John Billingsley, Dr. Phlox, the biologist, goes, oh, hang on. It's Johnny Walker Green. They hardly ever make that at all. And I was like, okay, so he's from another time. Okay, right, here we go. We're going to get proof. We're going to get this.
I was the maker of that whiskey.
Yes, I was the man who painted that box.
I am Johnny Walker.
I am Johnny Walker. Welcome to the evening sessions. Welcome to the old grey whistle test. And the problem that I had from there on in was that everything that was presented as an argument to him that he supposedly dismissed was dismissed with a faith-based bad faith take. And what I mean by this is, it's like, so hang on, you've supposedly lived 14,000 years, so you remember this. And he'll turn around and go, no, I don't remember that, because, like, do you remember your first house and where you lived? At which point, someone's got to turn around and say, it's not about what I remember, it's about what you remember, mate. And no one in a room full of academics questioned a single fucking thing he said. Oh, they got outraged. They stood up, and then they sat back down again, and then they stood up and sat back down again, and
some
occasionally
more sitting and some more standing.
And occasionally they'd walk around the sofa and look very cross, or very upset, or very happy. And then, and it's like, oh well, if you've lived for 14,000 years, surely you've been injured. I don't scar. Well, ain't that fucking convenient? Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, well, so you don't remember where you come from. You don't remember any information. You don't scar. You do get ill. But if you get ill, it gets cured. Doesn't matter what it is. Smallpox, don't worry about it. Black plague, no, laid me low for a bit of a while. All these things. But he got over it. I got better. She turned me into a newt. A newt? I got better. I mean,
it's like a pitch meeting, isn't it?
It is.
I bet all those diseases are going to be really difficult to get over. Actually, it's barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really? And everything he said wasn't an answer. It was a deflection of every conceivable kind. And then when it got to the fucking sitting by the fireside, putting on some atmospheric music, I genuinely thought the only way you could make this interesting now is that he's starting a cult. And he's actually the bad guy. Because that would make sense, that these fucking idiots have been drinking the fucking super green JD that never existed, and it's poisoned. Then they're all drinking the Kool-Aid, and he's sitting there with the fucking Beethoven going dun 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 dun, and he's going and he's speaking and he's talking and he's speaking and he's talking and all this sort of thing, and everyone's being lulled into that false sense of security, and they believe he's Jesus because he's sitting by the flickering fire, and they've drunk a load of Kool-Aid. If that had happened and then they burnt the fucking house down while all singing Kumbaya and the police are all pulling up going, lay down your weapons. And, it's like a David Koresh Waco situation. That I would have been fine. But it didn't. All that happened is you had the biologist and he goes, Mr. Biologist, couldn't there possibly be someone who could live for 14,000 years? And the biologist goes, yes, if this, that, and the other happened, it could be possible. And if it had a total cellular regeneration, it could be absolutely possible. And then the guy goes, see? And he's like, no, that's like me sitting there going, yes, I could time travel if I sat in a microwave and put it on high power with a fucking tinfoil on my head. Doesn't mean to say it is possible. It just means to say I think it's possible, and I'm a fucking idiot. And then you got Tony Todd going, well, the Bible was saying this and saying that. It does match up to what you're telling me. 5 minutes ago, the bloke didn't know where he fucking lived. he couldn't remember 14,000 years ago. Now all of a sudden, 2,000 years ago I was over here living with Buddha, and then I went over here to Jerusalem and I kind of raised up Christianity. Oh, you can remember that now
by accident.
By accident. It's like, oh, you remember that now. Oh, I see. Right, you remember it now, but you don't have any proof. I see. And they're still drinking your Johnny Walker Green, are they? Oh, yeah. So they're pissed and in a weak-minded state, and you're just gabbling at them. You're not having an intellectual discussion. Go on, Jim.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of, there was like another twist you could have played in here. It's kind of, all right, he is 40,000 years old, but it doesn't mean he's not a fucking bullshitter.
No.
You know what I mean?
He spent 30,000 years in a fucking Paleolithic McDonald's. I mean, the problem is it so wants you to think that he said something profound, something intellectually deep, that everyone in the room, who are all, scholars and big thinkers, they are all swayed by his arguments. What arguments? What does he actually say? At what point does he say anything in that film? And bearing in mind that film is 89 minutes long, at what point does he provide a single solitary shred of proof about anything? He doesn't. What he does is he does this thing, you have to take it on faith. And here we are, Kirk Cameron's going to come through the window and tell us he saved Christmas. I mean, that is what is happening here. That is really what's happening here. That's why the Christians didn't go after this movie and picket it, because they're saying, Jesus walks amongst you and he's telling you the truth. And you just accept it because you have to, because you're all intellectual thinkers. Look how science is beaten down by this man just saying his truth by the fireside while Beethoven plays. And then he tells you that he's some kind of fucking biblical Mesopotamian Forrest Gump going from every famous person in the last 14,000 fucking years. I'm sorry. It's just bullshit of the highest order, and it's written by someone who literally was on his deathbed. I genuinely think this is the worst piece of shit that's been put out with someone going, that's really clever. That's really clever. Let's everyone give it a 10 out of 10. Why? Because I believe in what it's saying. It's very clever. What's clever about it? That's what I don't get. Everyone goes on about, it's very clever and it's very clever and it's done all these things and it's a highly intellectual movie. How? How is it? Why? Give me a single quote, you see. You get things as deep as, time. You can't see it. You can't hear it. You can't weigh it. You can't measure it in a laboratory. Yes, you fucking can. That's why we have atomic clocks. It's a subjective sense of becoming. Fuck off. No, it's not. It's a passage of time. It's completely measurable. That's how we have gravity. It's time and measurement and dimensions in space. That's how it works. What we are instead of what we were a nanosecond ago, becoming what we were in another nanosecond. A whole piece of time is landscape existing, forming behind us as we move through it slice by slice. Like, man, pass me that pizza. It's really fucking deep. It's like, fuck off. And it's like, clocks measure time? No, they measure themselves. Objective reference of a clock is another clock. Oh, very interesting. But what does that have to do with John? He might be a man who lives outside of time as we know it. Yeah, it's like he invented the fucking clock. Get fucked. Seriously. It is dim. It's crushingly dim. I'm sure there's stuff to be found in it you like, and I am not criticizing anyone who does like it. What I am saying is that on a absolutely atomic level, this film offended me because it thought it was very clever and it hadn't written a single line of dialogue that was even remotely believable, because everyone just accepted what this cunt was saying without him even saying a single thing that could be proved. It's like me sitting here for the rest of this fucking podcast going, by the way, did you know I built the Hoover Dam? I did. I did. I built the Hoover Dam.
That's a major problem with it, though, isn't it? Where it's there's major events in history, and it just so happens to be part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, he starts out saying, though, kind of, well, I was just living an ordinary life, so I didn't see any of this until, I went east and I met the Buddha. And he's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
When you mentioned that earlier, that would be, you know what I mean? Don't make out, I've just always been a traveling college professor since caveman days. I never did anything interesting all the years I was alive. Apart from that time I hung out with the Buddha until he died. And it's like, hang on, this doesn't mean...
Yeah.
This doesn't add up. It's not logically consistent.
Yeah. It's like what was the one that I wrote down? Oh yeah. What you're saying offends common sense. So does relativity, quantum mechanics. That's the way nature works. No. Relativity has been proven and can be proven time and time and time and time again. Quantum mechanics is being discovered every second. There's something new being discovered in quantum mechanics. They can literally pull it apart at the subatomic level. They know what a Higgs boson is. They know how it gives mass to things. They know how quantum entanglement works. They just can't make it work because we don't have the technology to do it. But we have the measurements, we have the maths, we have the science. You standing there in your fucking leather jacket that looks like you were an extra from fucking MacGyver, standing by a piss poor set of a fucking fireplace, is not going to convince me that quantum mechanics doesn't exist, and you do. Piss off. Oh,
I think Ricky Gervais said it the best when he said if you take all the fiction and the holy books and destroy them and get all the science books and destroy all of them, in 1,000 years' time, all the science books will be back because it's there.
Because science is science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas all the holy books and the fictitious stuff, it might be there, but it'll be in a different guise. It'll be a different story. It'll be different texts. We'll be
all praying. We'll be all praying to a nuclear bomb and all be sort of evolved into monkeys underneath sort of like a mountain. Dr. Zaius will be standing in front of a rocket and going, "There's the mighty boombox." Yeah. I mean, it offends me on a really, really core level, this film, because it is one of those things where you will see some guy, and do you know what, or woman, I genuinely don't have a problem with people liking religion or whatever. No. They do what they do, but keep your faith to yourself. Do what you do. Absolutely no problem. Don't foist it on me. I think for myself. You guys go and do what you want to do. That's absolutely no problem. What I have a problem with in this film is it tries to dismiss science, it dismisses intellectual thought, it dismisses intellectual argument, and it ignores all of it just to have this bellend sit by a fire, play Beethoven, and convince everyone that he's Jesus. And while offering no proof, no faith, no arguments, no articles, no information, nothing at all. And every time someone pulls him up on a single thing, he whatabouts it. Where were you in 1295 AD? Where were you last year? Well, I can tell you where I was last year. I was in this house. Now, where were you in 1295 AD? I don't know. Right. Well, in which case, fuck you. You've proved nothing. You've just come back with a clever quip. And if this was Man from Clever Quipsville, I'd say fair enough. But this is not. This is Man from Religious Nutjob Land coming in and telling everyone that he is Jesus. And he was with Buddha.
No, but he's not, though. He's saying, I was Jesus by accident, and he actually demolishes religion as well.
But he doesn't demolish religion. Because that's the
Well, no,
problem.
he does, because he says basically everyone was like mistaken. There was no miracles. There's no magic. He doesn't believe in religion. He says all of this in the film. So it's a very weird proposition because it's just trashing everything. And the only thing to believe is I am actually 4,000 years old, and actually I've done fuck all with this time, basically, other than bum around.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. He dismisses religions by saying that he formed Christianity by accident, and then falls into all the religious sort of holy man tropes of saying I can't just, it's the Sphinx from fucking Mystery Man. One cannot drink the water can only be drunk. Do not move a thing, let the thing move you. He does all this kind of circular discussion bollocks. Why not pass the Buddha's teachings on in a modern form? It's like, just, yeah. 1 minute you don't like religion, or 1 minute you're dismissing religion, and then 5 seconds later you're like, however, I shall talk to you like a holy man, and you can all take on faith everything that happened. Oh, they didn't nail me to the cross. They strung me up. It's like, I didn't get holes in my hands because, I don't scar. It's like, so are you a nut job? And no one puts that forward. They call up the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist just turns up with a gun and goes, yeah, I could put you away, and then has a heart attack. I mean, it's his entire conversation.
And the psychiatrist's wife has just died as well, apparently. And it's kind of, why have you rang him up? I think he's got better things to be doing.
Yeah. It is. It does have that vibe of the room, doesn't it? Oh, by the way, I've got stage 4 breast cancer. Really? Okay. And now we're never going to mention it again. Okay. It's just like, what? And, oh, sorry. It does make me cross. It does actually make me cross. Not in a War of the Worlds. This is a fucking.
I noticed.
Yeah. Yeah. Not in a War of the Worlds. This is a piece of shit and shouldn't have been released kind of way. This is just intellectually quite, I don't know, dishonest.
Well, it's intellectually hollow because it doesn't really know what its own point is.
No, that's very true.
And I mean, there is so many interesting things you could do with a bunch of professors sat round with a man who's claiming to be this old. I mean, history, you learn more in history about examining the lives of ordinary people often than you do from looking at the kings and the queens and the prime movers and the big cheeses. You know what I mean? Because there's a wealth of history in everything. There's thousands of questions we don't know about all manner of things. Speaking as a historian, that you could be asking. That just a guy in the street could tell you a historian a ton of things we maybe don't know. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's kind of fact. There is a kind of, as I said at the start, I think if you're writing college professors, you've got to be as smart as a college professor. Yeah. And unfortunately, I went with this film as it was unfolding, and afterwards, the more I think about it, the more it grinds my gears, because it does kind of feel like. Do you remember Mitchell and Webb did those sketches about lazy script writers who don't do the homework and don't research things? So you get these like a hospital drama where doctors going, "This man is very poorly. I think we better get him some medicine." And kind of historically and philosophically, this is where that film is for me.
Yeah,
it doesn't think in at the corners. It doesn't even get into the same room to get to the corners. No, it's so kind of just. It's like a twist ending just presented, but without any of the orchestration to get there, and none of it actually. The more you think about it, the less it makes sense, and the less individual scenes actually connect together very well. I mean, it says in the wiki he first wrote it in the mid-'60s, and he sort of finished it on his deathbed, and it's kind of, well, that makes a lot of sense, because Christ, this needed editing. You know what I mean? There's obviously you wrote some bits here, some bits there, you've forgotten what you wrote in the other bits. You know what I mean? There's no So the things like, oh, his wife just died. Why the fuck did you bring him up? Fuck
Yeah.
this bullshit. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
The guy just lost his wife, and you've rang him to trying to commit one of your colleagues on the whim.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, fucking hell, really?
Yeah. I mean, it's things like when, and this is where the faith bit comes in, like when the biologist goes something along the lines of tests come past my lab for tests will prove what you're saying, and the first thing he says is, I don't want to prove it. And
it's all about faith.
Exactly. And it turns around and it turns into the Hitchhiker's Guide Babelfish argument, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Babel, was it? Was it? Oh, the God says, I refuse to prove that I exist, for proof denies faith, and without faith I am nothing. To which man says to God, well, the Babelfish is a dead giveaway, isn't it? It proves you exist, so therefore you don't. Oh dear, says God, I hadn't thought of that, and disappears in a puff of logic. I mean, it's that, isn't it? QED. It goes, and then man goes to prove on the black is white and gets killed on the next zebra crossing. But it is that thing. It's that. So, it's like, I don't want to prove it. So you're telling us a yarn of the century, and you don't care if we believe it or not. And then he goes, I guess I should have expected you to. It's like, right? Why? What is this? What is the point of it? I just, and then you get the things like the comments about it being supernatural. And then they go, oh, supernatural, it's a stupid word. Everything that happens within nature, whether we believe it or not. And then he goes, like a 14,000-year-old caveman. It's like, you're not proving anything. That's not a clever comeback. That's not even a point to the argument.
You're just crowbarring that in to bring it back round to you.
Exactly. Exactly. He's literally just going, by the way, I'm still in the room. I'm still here, look at me. Woo. It's like,
but a lot of it, I think, is just sort of poor writing. It's kind of, we're going to keep this ambiguity. Is he telling the truth or not? So, you can't say, and you can't say that. You can't do that. You can't go for tests.
No.
And it's all just kind of the script tying itself in knots to try and keep this mystery going.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, look, the whole point of this, you're going to have to reveal this sooner or later if he is or not. And the way it does is like, so you're fucking kidding me, really?
Yeah. But even that doesn't really prove anything. It just makes an old man freak out
and die
with no proof. And with no proof. He's already stressed. He's lost his wife. He's got nothing left. He's angry. He's cross. He's wasted his fucking evening by the feel of it. And then he's come there. The bloke stressed him out further, giving him a Johnny Walker's green.
He's cold as well, remember? He's like cold like 3 times.
Yeah, cold. Johnny Walker's green, and he's got a heart problem. And then he goes, oh, by the way, last twist, I'm your dad. And the guy goes, fuck, and dies. That's not proving anything. That's a man dying of a heart attack and just freaking the fuck out. It's, it's all just hand wavy bollocks, and none of it is as clever as it thinks it is. And at no point in the entire film does he bring one shred of proof. And then when they have the moment of him going, oh, was that stone tool? And he goes, no, I bought that at a thrift shop. So it's like, so you are bullshitting. You're 100% bullshitting.
Yep.
Just fuck off. I fucking hate this film. I really fucking do. I genuinely find it intellectually dishonest and poorly written. And one last thing, and then if anybody else has anything to bring up, go for it. The colour grading. that annoyed the bollocks out of me.
Well, this print was apparently a restored print.
Oh, well, they obviously
So I
didn't
imagine
realise.
it was originally shot on VHS, but then this version has probably been run through some sort of digitizer to try and make it high definition. But they didn't have the budget to do it that properly.
No.
And that's why it looks so fucking weird.
Yeah, because 1 minute the colours are desaturated to buggery and it's almost black and white, and then 5 seconds later it goes. And there was one shot where Dan, the biologist, Dr. Phlox from Enterprise, he's sitting there and he's going, "Oh, come sit by the fire," and all this sort of thing. And the colour grade on the fire is bright orange, and his lips, by comparison, are this kind of shit brown, like diarrhea brown. And it looks like he's literally been licking arse for about an hour. And it's like, has he been eating katsu curry and I've missed a scene? What's going on? And then it cuts to another bit later on, and then there's someone else who's got like the skin pallor of a sort of Martian. It's sort of like tinged with green, and it just looks horrible. And then there's digital graining and artifacting, and the shadows are all wrong. And for a film that's so goddamn cheap with only one set, you'd think they'd at least buy one camera that worked. But anyway. Yeah.
Have we forgotten something? There's something missing. There's something missing. I'm not sure what it is.
Not sure what it is. I don't know. He looks like he's eating diarrhea. He looks like he's been spooning chocolate pudding for the last hour.
And actually, I know what it is.
We should have wiped the chocolate pudding off his face.
Yep, and bought some cameras.
Bought some cameras. Yeah. Anyway. Right, I'm going to leave it there because otherwise I'm just going to reiterate all the things I hated about this film again. Anything else? Darren, Elton, do you want to jump in? End us with something positive, mate.
Oh, I don't. I wouldn't know how to do that now. I really don't know because.
Have I ruined it for you? I'm really sorry.
You ruined it for me because I enjoyed myself with it. I think it's because it was like a Hallmark movie. It had that feel. It had a very cheap feel, but a good soul type movie where everyone went into the movie with a good feeling, and we're going to be doing something positive here. And I think if it had been on TV and I wasn't reviewing it, then I would have skipped it. I 100% would have skipped it. There's no way I would have sat down and watched it. But because it was put in front of me and I had to watch it, then I don't know, I just found myself enjoying it. I was really comfy on the sofa, just curled up, just watching this, and I was like, do you know what? I'm in a good place right now and enjoying this. And it's silly, but fuck it. I will own that. I had a bit of fun with it. I know all the arguments are wavy at best, but I don't know. I just had a good time with it. So that's all I can say about it.
Cool.
It's not a clever movie. I don't come out of it thinking, fucking hell, my eyes have been opened on this. It's not a Primer-esque movie where I'm sitting there going, but if this, but if that, because the tales are so obvious. It's, oh yes, I was with Christopher Columbus, and then Van Gogh, and then I was Jesus, and it's like, okay. But you just said this was just one story from one tale from one man's perspective. But one man's perspective clearly hit every single nail on the head. And it's way too far-fetched. If the story had been a bit more cautious with its storytelling, not having him be the main guy every single time, then maybe it would have been a bit more believable for the other characters. but because he's dropping this, I was on Christopher Columbus's boat, and Van Gogh just did a doodle, signed it, and then there you go, Chuck, have that. And there he is, just knocking it about in the boot of his van.
Yeah.
Maybe if that wasn't included, I don't know. But I had fun with it anyway.
That's cool. Cool. Jim, any final thoughts on it?
Not really. I think it's a great idea that someone else should steal and run with. Someone who knows some history, because I think this kind of our relationship with history is very, very weird, and I would say it's now even getting increasingly weird.
Yeah.
Because, well, basically the internet has been a colossal failure. Frankly,
yeah,
we're getting close to a tipping point where we'd have been better off without it. Frankly, it's not the information superhighway; it's a massive disinformation machine. And I mean, God, if you want to annoy a historian, ask them about looking YouTube and TikTok videos from history influencers and the bullshit they fucking come out with. But, so there's actually a lot to explore there about what we think we know about history, what actually happened. And it has a story of a man who was just an everyman through many centuries. That can be damn explosive. In ways you don't even realize. You know what I mean? Because there's so much that popular history isn't right at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you could really do something with that. There's a lot to explore there, but in particular, there's a whole thing about the role, particularly now. I think not to get too political, but there's a certain section of the population want history to be stories about how great we were in the past and not mention all the shitty things we do. And it's like treating it as a team sport. And that's not what historians do. Historians don't take sides. We try and look at things going, well, this happened, that happened, they said this, they said that. And there's these gaps here, what was going on there. You know what I mean? We're trying to see what life was like, why people made those decisions, what effects they had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of, it's not about goodies and baddies or his team and my team.
Yeah.
And to say there's so much with this sort of story, it's just tailor-made to do something like that. Someone do a stealth remake of it or do your own version.
Yeah. Fair enough. I totally agree. Darren, you got any last thoughts? Any last thoughts?
Last thoughts. It is now 11:45.
It could have been 12:30, but you could have been 11:30, but you had to stop for the Hugh Jackman pants dancing.
Well, there you go, because that took all of 15 minutes. Yes,
it did. Cool. Okay. Well, then we shall leave it there. Right. So, if anybody has any thoughts on A Man from Tesco's, a Man from Earth. If anybody has one,
24 hours from Tulsa.
24 hours. Yeah. The Man from Laramie. I mean, if you got anything on a man from somewhere, then let us know. Send it in, the usual places, on the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast. Or you can send us an email, which is feedback@blackdogpodcast.com. Or you can hit me up on Blue Sky, which is cartoonbeardy.bsky.socials. Sorry, social. And we'll leave it there. Right. So now it's time for me to pick a film. And I should have picked it earlier because I should have done. And in that typical Black Dog fashion, I am about as well prepared as a basically Boris
It's
Johnson.
an unprepared thing, yeah.
It's an unprepared thing. Yeah, I'm not very prepared at all. So I have a film which I have no idea if it's any good, and then I have a film which is an old one which I've seen before, and I'm trying to work out which one to pick. I'm not going to put it on anyone because I think we should. Actually, you know what? We're going to go for the one which I'm less enamored with, because I have not seen this film since it was released, and I think it's either going to make us all very angry or something's finally going to click. So, on your streaming and platform of choice, it'll be on there. But for those of us in the UK, it's on iPlayer. And it's Christopher Nolan's Tenet.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
Now, I've seen this once. I watched it once, and I just sat there going, for most of it. And then by the end of it, I was kind of going, And I'm hoping, as with various sci-fi films I have mentioned in the past, that I might just watch it and it click. So, on iPlayer, Tenet. Have you guys seen it? What do you think of it? I'll start with you, Dal.
No. Not at all.
Okay.
And I'm not looking forward to having to keep adjusting my bloody audio levels on the graphic spectrum equalizer thing. Just to get the fucking sound right.
Yeah, well, I can only apologise
Apparently
for that.
it's my fault that the sound is wrong. Right? Anybody who watches it, it's your fault. The audience is in the wrong.
Yes. You're holding the phone wrong. Yeah. Okay. Jim, have you seen it?
I have, yes.
Are you looking forward to seeing it again?
I am, because it's one of those films, like as I said, I do want to watch that again. But I was going to give it some time. So that works out well for me.
Cool. Lovely. Elton, have you seen it?
No, I have not. When it first came out, I wanted to avoid the hype. And so gave it some distance and then totally forgot about it.
A timey-wimey film that Elton hasn't seen.
Yeah, and I don't know if Nolan is, the bee's knees that everyone says he is.
Well, we can definitely discuss that. I have thoughts about that. But let's find out. I like I say, I've seen it once, and it was over lockdown when it came out, because it came out in 2020, and it was the thing that was going to save cinema. And I didn't go to the cinema. I just waited for another couple of weeks, and everyone went, "It's not saving cinema. We're never going back to the cinema. The world is ending. Quick, release it. We'll have some money. Release it on Amazon." So yeah. So I have to say I was probably not in the best frame of mind to watch it in the first place, but we'll see. So yes, for good or ill, we will be watching Tenet, and we will be back next week to review it. Until then, what's happening in the world of Hypnagoria, Jim?
I've just released the first of what's going to be 2 podcasts on the Robert Eggers Nosferatu.
Oh, very nice. Lovely. And what about you, Elton? What's happening over at Rogue 2?
Just talking about cars going round in circles on the Grand Prix podcast.
Nice. Okie dokie. And what about you, Dal? Yes, that's what I thought. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were asleep, weren't you?
Yes. No, actually, I stepped away for a second.
Oh, right. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
I thought I could time it quick. I was not quick enough.
Motherfucker. All right, then. Brilliant. Right. Well, then that's that. Thank you very much to everyone for listening. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
That's all right.
And yes, take care, and we'll see you all next week for Tenet. Until then, take care. Tatty bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on.
I already came for a kebab.